Flames a winner inside the Vine Center here on Tuesday night. Liberty wins it in men's hoops over Central Penn, 62-48. Alongside Paul Nazigan, my name is Nick Pierce as we put a bow here on this one tonight. A little bit of an odd game, Paul. I mean, really, when you look back over it, both these teams in foul trouble pretty much the whole night long. Both teams losing one member of their team to foul trouble as well. But the Flames did enough to get the win here tonight. Despite shooting 35%, they held the Knights to 26.
Yeah, you were being nice going with odd. I was thinking ugly, but, one way or another, you got to get it done.
Don't like you see it, Paul. That's how you really feel.
It really was. I mean, between the fouls and just both teams just couldn't put the ball in the basket. But, it is what it is, and you got to find a way to win. Right down the stretch, I mean, there's some takeaways. The Flames do find a way. Close game, whether it's no matter who your opponent is, on whatever the game conditions are. When it's crunch time, you got to find a way to do it. Flames hit some big shots, and there are some good things that they'll be able to find and work on out of this one.
Yeah, there were some positives from this game. The Flames did have 3 scorers in double figures, including Caleb Holmesley, who had his first career double-double tonight, 15 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, we got to win, but we just got to get better. Keep fighting every day in practice and just get better. I just think that we were the better opponent, and that's why we won the game, but we didn't do what we stick to doing. We didn't play Liberty basketball. That's something that the coaches harped on, that's not what we did. That's not us out there, what we just played. I think that we came out flat in the first half, and I don't think anybody had some energy. And then I think in the second half, we started to pick up our energy, but it was kind of too late because they had already had the confidence.
We got to get back to playing Liberty basketball, and it's just going to take repetition and practice and getting back to our ways. But a win is a win, but we also got to focus on what we need to get better at. We had a lot of defensive breakdowns, and I think our offense helped us tonight, but we got to get back to our ways. I just kind of stopped worrying about me and just thinking about the team, what we need. And I think that was a big thing, getting over the hump, as to translating my game from practice to the real game. I think me being the inside presence is going to make our outside shots open up. It's just going to give us more freedom on the outside. It's going to open up the offense for driving lanes.
I thought some of our guys came off the bench and did well. Really liked how Brock Gardner played tonight. I thought he was good. Mayo had a very good spurt in the second half and was a little bit more like what we've seen in practice in that last 20 minutes. But it was just a different game to be a part of, and not a whole lot of positives. I'll have to watch the tape, and I was glad we pulled away at the end. But we got to play definitely have to play a lot better in our next 3 coming up.
Paul, on a night where the Flames got 1 of 7 from John Dawson, 0 for 6 from A.C. Reed, and then Ryan Kemright fouled out of the game pretty early in that second half with 12 points. They were still able to get some significant play out of some other members of the cast, one of those being Mayo Baxter-Bell, the redshirt freshman.
Yeah, he really had a great game, second half in particular. It was so flat that first half. They came out, and he brought 2 things. I mean, they went to him with the ball, got him touches, and he made some great plays around the basket for buckets or getting to the free throw line. But I think biggest of all, he brought some energy. You saw him, rallying the team, getting after guys, screaming, and really, hey, bring it to me. I want the ball. And I think that really got everybody energized. It's nice to see him put really, I think, 20 good minutes together. I know he feels good about it, and that's a lot to build on. Again, he's a freshman, and he'd been showing glimpses, but when they really needed him, they needed a spark, and he was it for the Flames tonight.
We really saw it translate from the practice floor to the game floor, because if you talk to anybody on the team, they'll tell you he's one of the standouts in practice that can really get it done there tonight. Yeah. Mayo Baxter-Bell, 5 of 7 shooting, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and a couple of steals as well, like you said, in 20 minutes. So the Flames get the win. They improve to 4-3 on the season. Liberty next up, headed to UNC Greensboro. Another road test coming up here for these Flames. You've seen them on the road a couple of times now. What have you thought about the way Coach McKay's team has performed away from the Vine Center?
Yeah, they've done well. They come off a really hard-fought game at William & Mary. They play well. This one, get it out of your system. They do have a couple days to kind of prepare before going down there to UNCG, a former Big South school, a school that's played a couple Big South teams already. They lose the other night to High Point, but should be a hard-fought battle going on the road. Another chance for the Flames to get tougher and get a little more experience under the belt.
You played at UNCG, right?
Yeah, there were some great, when I was coaching with the Flames, had some great wars down there with some, they had some great teams and battling in Big South. So it'll be nice to get back down to there. One of their few games that's in their gym as opposed to the Greensboro Coliseum. So should be an exciting one for Liberty.
No doubt about it. So for Paul Nazigan, my name is Nick Pierce. Flames win it tonight 62-48 in the Vine Center here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.